Hi guys, Josh here, and we just got an announcement for a new Rune Factory spin-off game, Piczle Cross Rune Factory, set to release for Nintendo Switch and Steam in 2025. In this video, I'll discuss everything we know about the game so far, so you know what to expect when it comes out. Developed by Score Studios and published by Rune Factory, this is the second game that they are making with a license from Marvelous, as earlier this year they released Piczle Cross Story of Seasons. If you missed it, I have a video review of that game which I will link to in the description, but basically you're doing these nonograms logic puzzles where you have to use the numbers in each line to deduce which squares to fill, and it then completes a picture at the end. In Piczle Cross Story of Seasons, those pictures were obviously Story of Seasons characters, animals or items, and as you progressed, your farm in the background would evolve. It was very simple but so addictive, and as a big Story of Seasons fan, I loved it. Visibly, a lot of people loved it as they're now doing the same thing but with Rune Factory. There will be 300 puzzles, and in those 300 will be 20 collages comprised of smaller puzzles. In comparison, the Story of Seasons game had 354 puzzles with 5 collages, so it's about 50 fewer puzzles in the new game, but I think it will make up for it in other ways. You will now be able to complete each puzzle either the classic way with monochrome squares, or do a colored variation where you'll have to not only fill up the right squares, but also make sure that they are the correct color. This is a feature that a lot of other nonogram games have. It makes it easier to see the pictures as they are being completed, and I'm glad to see that they're adding it here. However, this is not the only thing they will be adding. One big complaint that people had with Piczle Cross Story of Seasons was that even though your farm would change over time, you did not have direct control over it and it felt a bit shallow. This time, you will be able to customize it, for example by changing the crops, the monsters that are roaming around, your spouse, and the weapons that your character will be carrying. I don't think this will necessarily affect the gameplay or anything, but it should make it a bit more satisfying to unlock different things. In the previous game, all of the things we found were displayed in the almanac, and similarly here we will be able to see our progress with the compendium. There will be a large variety of monsters to collect, and when you do these monsters puzzles, you will get to see your character fighting, which I think is a nice touch. In the trailer, we can even see the player failing a battle. I don't know how that will work, maybe there will be a limit of mistakes you can make or something. I'm not too sure, but if you have a look here, we can see an achievement that mentions a challenge mode. I don't know what that entails, but I am excited at the idea that we may be getting a tiny layer of challenge and something to spice up the gameplay on top of doing the puzzle. It looks like the collages will be boss battles, and once again, we will be able to actually see those battles. By looking at this first trailer and the screenshots that are available, it seems like the game will be taking mostly from Rune Factory 5, with the monsters, protagonists, and spouses from that game, as well as details like the UI. The compendium does show some characters from Rune Factory 4, so there might be a bit more. I would love to see them go to Rune Factory 3 and maybe even older titles, same with the music. But it looks like it will be mostly things from Rune Factory 5. Other than that, we will have settings like in other Piczle Cross games, where we will be able to adjust the difficulty, for example by turning hints on or off, the option to autocomplete lines, along with some accessibility settings. Overall, it should be pretty similar to Piczle Cross Story of Seasons, but with more engaging visuals, a few customization options for the farm, some sort of challenge mode, colored variants for the puzzles, all of that with a Rune Factory theme. I wouldn't expect much outside of that, and if you are interested in this game, I think it is important to realize that it is really just a puzzle game with a Rune Factory theme. You won't actually farm or fight, you'll just be doing puzzles, and I know some people misunderstood that about the first game, which led to their disappointment. So if you like nonograms and you like Rune Factory, I think it could be great. Personally, I loved Piczle Cross Story of Seasons, and I'm glad they're doing more. We will also be getting Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma in spring 2025, so it's going to be a year packed with Rune Factory, and if you've not watched my video covering Guardians of Azuma, I do recommend it if you'd like to know more about the game. But that will be it for today. Let me know what you think of Piczle Cross Rune Factory. Will you be playing it, and have you played Piczle Cross Story of Seasons? Leave all of your thoughts in the comments, leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. I cover everything related to Story of Seasons and Rune Factory, other farming games as well. So join to stay up to date, and I'll see you all in the next video.